So today I'm just kind of giving you guys some random invasions. These are the fruit of Obobobo coming back to Dark Souls 3 for the Force Cast glitch, using Dark Moon Blade on the Ring Knight paired Scrub Swords. He was not having a good time playing Dark Souls 3. But his fans want him to play Dark Souls 3, and I guess he feels like he has to play Dark Souls 3, even if he doesn't like it. But I like it. So I was doing some invading, and I was looking for these hosts that wanted to fight Obobobo. At first, I actually just wanted to fight Obobobo. See this guy trying to use a seed? Look at him trying to use a seed. Staying on him, though. I wanted to fight Obobobo, but he was just so fucking miserable. I don't know. I wouldn't have enjoyed it either way. It's not like it would have been fun. You know what I mean? Like, I could have, like, if I'd fought him, I could have, like, clipped it, and then I'd have a clip of me fighting Obobobo, and for a guy who, like, was watching Obobobo during Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, you know, you'd think that'd be the coolest thing. But then I'd have, like, his commentary over it, talking about how shitty invasions are in Dark Souls 3, and so that was just kind of, I don't know, put me in a bummer mood. But then I was like, man, his fans still want him to play it. I still want to play it. It's still fun to us. So I started invading where he was invading. Not to fight him, but to fight his fans and to fight the people that wanted to fight Obobobo. You know, these dudes were like going wherever he would go, and you know, they would try and let him invade them. So I started invading these groups, and I had an awesome fucking time. We started off here, we're at the Ring City, we're on the Stairway to Hell, man, and it is me versus this Pyromancer. The host is a Dragon Slayer's axe guy, and that phantom right there is using the Ring Knight straight sword. So, right off the bat, I'm using this bridge as a choke point, just to kind of keep them at bay, and I've got my Chaos Zweihander, so like if they come in too close, I can hit them. Now, it's about to be 3-on-1 again, so I take what hits I can get, and then I just escape. You can hear the heal go off in the background, and that's always a good sign when you can hear that. That means somebody's thinking about Estus conservation. And if they're thinking about it, that's good. Watch this right here. This is a really smart play. Phantom drops down on the Herald Knight. She's got iframes for days. Host follows suit. Now there's 2 less Herald Knights for them to worry about, and they had all the iframes in the world to kill them. That's sort of the equivalent of a invader using iframes on a parry or a backstab to avoid getting ganked on. So this Chaos Zweihander, man, I'm actually really liking this, apart from, you know, it being a living meme. You can see the damage right there, 300 some odd. I couldn't see it exactly. I think it was either 370 or 340. Either way, pretty good damage. And against some people, I've seen it do 400 damage per swing, which is fucking crazy, but nice. I recognize them going for the heal here, so we go for the backstab. That backstab leaves them vulnerable to the Herald Knight, who finishes them off right there. And that sort of sets in motion how we will win this invasion. It goes from a 3v1 to a 2v1, which is much more manageable because all you have to do is hit one of them a couple times. Again, using our last Estus there. There, hit her 3 times. She's got to get away and heal. Now it's just me and the host. The host comes up swinging, which took me by surprise. I was really looking for a setup parry against that axe, but I didn't get it. I am able to take advantage of the 1v1 I have with him, and I end up winning that ordeal. He backs off to heal. We get a 1v1 with this player. We manage to win that ordeal. Now, I'm out of Estus, so I have to be very careful of this Herald Knight, which actually helps me. It keeps me, like, playing slow. I'm able to harass them with my lightning urns. I see that exile coming because I was playing slow. I wasn't rushing in. I was trying to mind my health, so I saw that exile coming, and that's one of those weapons where if you don't see it coming and it hits you off screen, your ass is probably dead, or close enough to it. Fortunately, this player respected me enough to go back to the straight sword and not try and get me with that exile, so I was able to pull out a victory. By the time the host realizes who it was that died in that little skirmish, it's too late for him. And if you guys will allow me, I have some key moments that happened in that invasion that I'd like to go over with you all. I don't see why you would care. You've been here 5 minutes. What's another 5, right? So right off the bat, I see the host standing still, and I don't like that. I see them go into the seat of the giant tree, and I know I made the right decision. I'm going to keep pestering him at all costs to keep him from using that seed. Now, when he finally decides it's not worth it, I'm already on him with the Chaos Zweihander, capable of doing really big damage. He panics, he falls down the stairs, he gets plunge attacked. 752 damage. He had some things to think about. Here, I stayed aggressive on one person while I had the chance. Knocked them off the bridge. And staying aggressive made a 3v1, a 2v1, which is much more manageable. So I'm able to take the hits where I can get them and then escape. There's no reason to engage for a long period of time, especially since I've got that slow weapon. Right here, I recognized the heal was going off. I'm able to get in and get the backstab. That's pretty self-explanatory. But what's great about it is those enemies were so close that the enemies are able to finish her off. So here, I decided to use all 3 of my Estus because of something Skitter said. He said, no invader ever dies with 0 Estus. They die because they couldn't get to their Estus. So if you have to choose between healing and not healing, always choose healing. And Skitter was right. Now, right here, because I was taking everything slow and keeping my eye on everything, I recognized that exile, and that's what led us to victory, because we can beat straight swords. Second invasion, meant for Obobobo. We'll take it instead. Thank you, Oro. Many happy returns to you. Found these 2 in the Irithil dungeon. Got the Crow Claws and this Phantom. I fought him a couple times. Using a great sword and the shield, the Pursuer's Shield. I forget what you call it in Dark Souls 3, but it's Pursuer's Shield to me, damn it. Both times I fought him, it ended the same. He tried blocking an ultra great Chaos Zweihander with a shield, and it just gets pushed aside. This poor host makes a mistake that a lot of people make with these DLC weapons. They've got these long, ridiculously long attacks that get you stuck in an animation forever. Welcome to Stompland. Population, no one, because I launched your ass into space. The end. That one's pretty self-explanatory, but if you guys would like, we can take another look at that launch, because, you know, just saying, it got me pretty hot. Look at this animation. Look at the wind-up that's telegraphed, and now they're just stuck. Swinging and swinging and swinging, and that is not a trade you want to make. No, sir. Final invasion for the night. I did a bunch of invasions. I fought a shit ton of people, and you could tell a bunch of them were like really hype about the possibility of getting invaded by Obobobo. So to those people, I'm sorry if I invaded you and I maybe took up Oro's slot, but he moved around a lot anyway. He didn't like stay in one location for very long, so. But I had fun with everybody I fought. GG, everybody. A few people messaged me and they're like, "Hey, is this Saint Riot?" I was like, "Yeah." Good game. You know, I didn't get any that said, "I wished you were Obobobo." But to be fair, I also wish that I was not Obobobo. So I got my wish. Did you? So these guys, they're up there at the bonfire. Now, it'll take you a minute to catch these. I just happened to see them up there moving around. The Phantom has been sent home already. Probably low on health. Needs to get resummoned to come back at full Estus. So that's what happens. But when I find him, the host is all by himself. He's already started summoning by the time I get to him, as you can see. A lot of people get bummed out when they see that message. You shouldn't get bummed out about that. What you should immediately start thinking is, okay, I've got 20 seconds to do as much damage as possible to this host. Now, I wouldn't waste everything you've got trying to kill him like that running attack I just did there into that weapon art. That was probably a foolish decision. But I'm in that mindset of like, oh, just kill, kill, which is not the best mindset to be in. You just need to be in the mindset of like, do damage. And right here is where I sort of like take a step back and I'm like, wait, calm down. What are we doing? Think about this. And finally, the Phantom does show up. We're able to just immediately put a damper on his party invitation. He comes up, he's going to try and parry the Zweihander, which to his credit, I was using it one-handed right there, so it is possible that he could have done it. But those Cestus parries, you missed that against an Ultra Greatsword, and you are out of stamina, and you're taking the counter damage. Just ridiculous. So he's all kinds of fucked up. the host is content to sort of stand back and just throw long-range spells at this point. So I'm like, well, let's lead this Phantom over here and let's see if we can do some crazy shit. We're not even going to wait till the end of the video. We're going to watch that shit again right now. And then we'll watch it again at the end of the video. Because, oh my god. How hype was that? I was laughing my ass off. I've always wanted to uppercut somebody off of the level, and I've never been able to do it. I was laughing my ass off. I seriously thought this host was gonna fucking kill me because I could not stop laughing. Fortunately, I am able to get my bearings back, put a little straight sword hell on him, give him a little bit of mustard, and finish this thing off before the Phantom is able to get back to us. But that is divide and conquer in the flashiest fucking way you've ever seen. And if you think I'm not going to end the video with that again, you're crazy. What a fantastic play. Happy miserable Obobobo day, everybody. Later, y'all.